Good evening. We're going to get started. All right. How's everyone doing? Well? Excellent. One more day of classes, and then we study hard, finals, and get ready for the fall. All right, so welcome to our annual Drespy Awards. My name is Krista Racine, Director of Athletics, for those of you that have not met me yet. This year proved to be quite a success. With all but 2 teams participating in landmark playoffs, we had 20 individual landmark champions, 1 team championship, 4 all-region athletes, and 1 All-American men's fencer, Lupo Sala. Yeah, go ahead. There you go. With some additional spring recognition still on the way. In addition, we had 59 fall athletes achieve landmark academic honors, with the spring still to be announced. Tonight is about celebrating your success, honoring exceptional performance in the classroom and on the field, and embracing truly what it means to be a Ranger. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the individuals that make it all happen, starting with our coaches. Our coaches are there daily for you all, and they do it because they're passionate about their sport and they're passionate about your experience. I'd like all of our coaches to please stand and be recognized. Nothing can happen effectively without all of the individuals that represent our support staff, which includes our administrative staff, athletic trainers, strength and conditioning, athletics communications, and equipment room. If you all could please stand and be recognized. And lastly, I would like to thank our faculty athletics representative, Dr. Kim Choquette, and our athletics direct report, Vice President Frank Merks, who is often on the sideline supporting you all. Thanks, Frank. Now, let's get this show started. Introducing tonight's hosts, Aubrey Welsh and Dylan Crane.
May the fourth be with you. Star Wars? Of course I am.
No. I'm in Drespys.
The what?
The award ceremony that we're hosting tomorrow in front of everyone.
This year's Drespys.
This year's Drespys. We graduate in 2 weeks, Dylan.
Oh, that's right.
Do you even know what you're wearing?
Don't worry, I got you. I got my good pants. We're good. Alright, what do you think?
Dylan, I said business casual.
This is business casual. Business on the top, casual on the bottom.
No, you cannot get on stage like that. We have to go fix this. Come on.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it. Just get in.
Are we allowed to take this?
Well, desperate times call for really desperate measures. I just didn't know that I had to really describe business casual to you.
Well, you should have made that clear.
I
mean, come on.
I feel like it's pretty clear though, Dylan.
Well, it's not. Business casual. Business on top, casual on the bottom. It makes sense.
No. The position you're putting me in right now is really unfair. We need to find you something to wear. We need to get to Drespys. We need to rehearse, and then everyone's gonna get there.
It's okay. We gotta chill. It's gonna be all good.
This is not chill, Dylan.
Let's not make a scene here. We're good.
Everyone out of the way! Shoo! Out of the way! This is an emergency.
Where are we?
The only place we can go right now that's gonna have what we need. Come on. Chop, Dylan, let's go. I'm sure we can find something for you here.
Yeah, I doubt it. How do I look?
Dylan, professional means pants that reach your ankles.
These do reach my ankles.
No.
Well, sort of.
No, those are capris. Next. Something new, please.
This is nice.
Have you ever worn a tie before?
Of course I have.
And do you know how to actually tie a tie?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Siri, how do you tie a tie?
Please. You look like a substitute teacher who would lose control of their class. Like,
I look authoritative.
no. I don't know what possessed you to put that on. And I can still see your ankles.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. I don't know about this.
Let me just see it. Come on, just come out. We can work with this. This is good. This is our only viable option.
I don't know. It's kind of boring.
No, boring is good. This is what we're gonna do. And we have 10 minutes, so we have to go.
Okay.
You're literally gonna start without us.
You can't start without us. We're the hosts, I think.
Front row parking. Let's go. Dylan, we have to move faster.
You're not even ready yet.
Don't worry about it.
How'd you do that?
I told you not to worry about it.
Okay,
Are you ready to host?
I guess. My pants are too long. There's no one here. Are you sure it's today?
They're all inside, waiting for us. Come on.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight to commemorate your fellow teammates and their accomplishments. I don't have my good pants on, so I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. But tonight, we want to honor and recognize the members of Drew Athletics who made our seasons a success. And if we do a bad job, please hold your tomatoes for the end.
It's truly an honor to be your host tonight. Looking around this room at athletes, coaches, staff, and everyone here, whether you came to celebrate or because your coach said this counts as team bonding, it's very easy to see how special our community really is. As we all know, being a Drew athlete is basically a full-time job. We wake up early for lift, we go to classes and meetings, and not to mention the hours spent practicing and waiting in line for grilled chicken at Commons. So, in all seriousness, tonight is Drew Athletics' biggest night of the year, and we are so excited to celebrate the hard work, dedication, and finally getting dressed in something other than our team-issued gear.
We're going to start out tonight by recognizing our fall teams. Although it's been a while, we cannot forget these successful seasons. First, we had women's cross country finishing 10th at regionals, becoming the first cross country team in Drew history to finish within the top 10. We had field hockey finishing with the 13-6 record and making it to the conference tournament. Women's volleyball setting multiple records and milestones. Men's soccer making the Landmark Conference Championship. Women's soccer making the conference playoffs. And my team, men's cross country, who had his second best finish at regionals in school history and had the best captain. It was me. It may feel like a long time ago, but the energy from these teams set the tone for the entire year. From playoff appearances to program milestones, our fall athletes give us plenty to celebrate. Let's take a look at some of their highlights.
Munoz finds the back of the net. And with 13 and a half minutes left to play, is that the goal that sends the Rangers to the Landmark Conference Tournament?
Chop, chop, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not to life of immature.
for the Rangers. Scores. Rangers win.
Time to. Sweetheart is bleeding in the snow cone. So smart, she's leading me to ozone. Music, the great communicator. Used to sticks to make it in the nature. I'll fit you into penetration. The gender of a generation. The birth of every other nation. Look your way, the gold of meditation. This chapter's gonna be a close one. Smoke rings, I know you're gonna blow one. All on a spaceship persevering. Use my hands for everything but steering. Can't stop the spirits when they need you. Mob tops are happy when they feed you. J-butterflies in the treetop. Birds that blow the meaning in the bebop. The world I love, the tears I drop. To be part of the wave can't stop. Ever wonder if it's all for you?
Leaving you back, all right? Let's go, all right? On three, we're going through. 1, 2, 3, go!
I love the enthusiasm. We would now like to invite the fall coaches up to the podium to present their MVP awards.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm really excited and honored to recognize this player tonight. It's a unique experience to go from being her teammate to then eventually switching roles and becoming her coach, all while maintaining a friendship. Across each of these roles, there are a few things that have remained consistent, and that's her loyalty, her drive, and her ability to bring a sense of calmness to any situation. She plays a position that doesn't always generate the most stats or accolades, and it might not be the flashiest, but it is absolutely vital to our success, and her impact has never gone unnoticed. As a team, we demanded a lot from her physically and mentally, with the expectation that getting tired wasn't really an option. In her last 3 years, she played and started in all 20 of our matches up until her injury towards the end of her senior season. Early in her college career, she established herself as a true 90-minute player, and she played a key role in leading the team to 4 conference playoff appearances, including a quarterfinal, 2 semifinals, and a landmark conference championship. She is the type of player you want on your team, especially when it comes to any drill practice that entails a point system. She really hates to lose, but it's that way of thinking that has led to her and her team's successes. She is also a role model for the younger girls and truly embodied what it means to be a captain this past season. As a teammate, she had a natural ability to push those around her, to work harder and perform better. As a coach, I gained an even deeper appreciation for her work ethic and her importance to this team. It's difficult to fully capture everything she brings to the table, so I asked one of her teammates to help me out. This player writes, "She's been the definition of hard work and quiet dedication throughout the years. She's the kind of player who shows up, goes out there, gets it done, gives 110%, and somehow still doesn't get nearly enough credit for it. She's one of the most consistent and reliable players on and off the field, no matter what kind of day she was having. We knew she'd give it everything she had. The role she plays on this team can never be replaced, and next season won't be the same without her. I will always be incredibly proud of you, not just for what you've accomplished here at Drew and within this program, but for everything I know you will achieve in the future." That being said, this year's most valuable player for a 2025 season is Amy Barca.
Okay, for the men's soccer team, this MVP has been sort of like a 4-year MVP. consistently can play anywhere on the field. This year, senior year, we put him in the center of the park. He was the workhorse for us, holds us second on the team in minutes played at a position that he does a lot of running. And he did it for the most on our team in playing the position. He was an all-regional player, a first-team all-conference, a 2-year captain here. He had 3 goals and 4 assists. We'll really miss him next year is James Cahill.
Okay. This year's MVP goes to the backbone of our team. With 131 saves this season, she consistently kept us in games and gave us the chance to compete every time we stepped on the field. Her career high of 18 saves and being named Landmark Defensive Athlete of the Week 3 times just shows how impactful she's been for us this past season. As a captain, she led with accountability, composure, and care for the people around her. She set the standard for what it means to show up every day. Not just as an athlete, but as a teammate and a person. She's the type of player you trust, the type of leader you follow, and the kind of person who makes everyone around her better. It's my honor to recognize this year's MVP, Beth Kelly.
For women's volleyball, our MVP embodies all of our team cultures and values in a person and is seen impressively in our 2025 season. She exceeds our expectations, holds herself and her teammates accountable, and is consistently practicing our communication standards. This athlete finished first in kills and attempts, second in digs, and third in aces. She scored 343.5 points for our program this year, sitting 5th in our record book as a sophomore. She also represents Drew as our Landmark Conference honorable mention. We thank her family for raising such an incredible individual, and we thank her for her commitment and trust in our volleyball family. With her unwavering devotion to our culture, our team, the game, and the training, both mentally and physically, I am proud to announce this year's Women's Volleyball Most Valuable Player, Lindsay Millis.
Go Rangers, let's go. Go Rangers. Go. All right, women's cross country. Throughout her 3-year career at Drew, she has been consistently our #1 cross country runner in the 5K and 6K distances. She's also earned numerous Landmark Conference XC Athlete of the Week awards, Landmark Fall Academic Honor Roll, and all Landmark Conference honorable mentions for women's cross country. Yet her most important contribution was to really help and lead our Drew University women's cross country team to its top finish in team history at the NCAA regional meet via placing 10th at the Metro Region Championships hosted by Rowan University at Dream Park. Our women's XC team will start the fall in 2026, pre-ranked number 7 in the NCAA 3 Metro region. This year's Drew University Women's Cross Country MVP award goes to senior captain Kate Rice. Moving on to men's cross country. Throughout his 3-year career at Drew, he has been consistently one of our top cross country runners in the 5K and 8K distances. He's also earned numerous Landmark Conference XC Athlete of the Week awards and is also on the Landmark Fall Academic Honor Roll. This young man posted a personal best 8K cross country performance at the Landmark Conference XC Championships that we hosted for the first time, of a time of 26:25:92, earning him a top 25 result. This year's Drew University Men's Cross Country MVP award goes to Captain Tommy Edwards.
We have the privilege of presenting a Gotta readjust again, sorry. We have the privilege of presenting a number of awards that celebrate the qualities that individuals embody beyond the roles as athletes. These recipients exemplify outstanding character in ways that transcend the playing field.
Just that again. The Harry Simister Character Award is presented to a male or female senior student athlete who gives such spirit, dedication, and energy supporting the athletic program as a whole, including athletic varsities that he or she became a role model, and gives the programs and teams the drive to excel. Presenting this year's winner is my teammate and personal friend, Emily Monaco from the women's lacrosse team.
Good evening, everyone. I have the honor this year to be awarding one of my teammates and close and personal friends with the Harry Simister Character Award. This award is given to a senior student athlete who becomes a role model through spirit, dedication, and supporting energy. That description, it defines the individual as becoming a role model, but that isn't the case with this student. Since our freshman year, she has always portrayed these qualities. She did not simply become a leader by developing attributes and confidence. She has always had a natural-born talent to support everyone around her, show spirit and high energy when needed the most, and shows the most dedication to our athletics and academics. She has been an inspiration to not only me, but the entirety of our team, coaches, and athletic staff here at Drew. The past couple of weeks, we've been joking around talking about our freshman year selves, how lighthearted and open she was and how shy and straight-headed I was. What I never got the chance to share was how much she changed my perspective and helped me come out of my shell. She taught me what it means to show up for others, even on hard days, and how powerful a positive attitude can be. Because of her, I've grown not just an athlete, but as a captain, teammate, and friend. I'll forever admire her ability to give so much positive energy into something, just as new as stepping onto the field for the first time as a freshman. For that, she became my role model, and I'm incredibly grateful to have had such an individual in all 4 years of my time here at Drew. Now ending her senior year, being a 2-year captain, holding second place in the record for most draw controls, a 2025 second team All-Landmark player, and now a 2026 first team All-Landmark, she has gone above and beyond to keep these traits true and to do everything she can for the team. Grabbing the balls when someone forgets, creating the fire game day post, running back to the locker room for the key for the shed, and still running the warm-up lap after. And most importantly, reminding everyone to have fun. Her shoes will be difficult to fill as her impact on this program and this school started since she stepped foot on campus. Her dedication to our team, her positive impact on and off the field, and her ability to support her teammates will be greatly missed. Being a leader means setting the standard, and she has done nothing but that her 4 years here at Drew. I'm excited for all the people she'll meet in the future and the positive impact she'll make in their lives, as she's done for me and my teammates. It's with great pride I am to present the Harry Simister Character Award to my friend, teammate, and role model, Miss Aubrey Welch.
The Paul Seymour Service Award is presented annually to a Drew student whose spirit, support, and aids the entire athletic department has been exemplary, and if he or she works within the department above and beyond any assigned duty. Presenting this award is our Associate Athletic Director, Nick Kozak.
The Paul Seymour Service Award signifies an individual student who has gone above and beyond for our athletic department during their time here at Drew. This individual has provided endless support, dedication, and has spent countless hours working in our office, Drew home games, or other odd projects to help Drew athletics succeed. The concept of this award always reminds me of what makes our job so rewarding as administrators, which is not only to see a student athlete succeed, but to give others avenues to experience what it's like to be a part of college athletics without ever playing a single minute. Throughout my time here at Drew, I've had the pleasure of being surrounded by the best game operations student staff out there. Shout out you guys, appreciate it. The key to our success has always been the student worker who steps up, takes initiative, has attention to detail, and figures things out when we cannot always be there to provide the solution. This individual leads by example, sometimes even knowing the answers to things that not even I know. Whether it's a setting on the scoreboard or how to organize a spreadsheet, this individual is a jack of all trades, as she was willing to jump into any task, either in the office staring at Krista's computer for hours on end, or taking the lead on game days for our game operations team. Her efforts were infectious on the rest of our student staff and has laid the groundwork for our staff's success moving forward. Some may even say she's the unsung hero of basketball season, as she can input a foul, a point, or a shot clock reset on the scoreboard in the blink of an eye. I'd nominate her for all-league if that was a thing. I think her career stat line on either the scoreboard or the shot clock may even be 98% accuracy, and only 2 awkward career game stoppages and glares from me from the baseline. She's the perfect example of not only what a great student worker is, but has all the tools to be successful in her professional career moving forward. Drew Athletics appreciates all this individual's hard work these last 4 years, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for her. P.S. If I need a lawyer, I may call you. It is my honor to present this year's 2026 Paul Seymour Service Award recipient, Christian Roberts Peterson.
The Sherman Plato Young Scholarship Award is presented annually in honor of Dr. Sherman Plato Young, a former baseball coach and scholar at Drew. He was loved and respected by his players and students. The award embraces Doc Young's philosophy and all important intangibles that make for a better person and a better life. It is awarded to male and female student athletes on the basis of character, scholarship, and extracurricular participation. Presenting first will be Sage Hendershot from the track team.
Hi everyone, I'm Sage Hendershot, and I have the privilege of speaking about someone who truly represents what this award stands for. When I think about the past few years at Drew Track and Field, I think about the big moments, running relays together, traveling, and competing at nationals. Those are the moments that you dream about as an athlete, and I'll always be grateful that we got to share them. But honestly, some of my favorite memories aren't from the meets at all. They're from the everyday moments, the early mornings, the exhausting workouts, and the days when practice felt harder than any race. Those are the moments where you really see who someone is, and she's always been someone you can count on. No matter how tough things get, she shows up, works hard, and lifts everyone around her. As a team captain, she leads by example in everything that she does. You see it on the track, whether she's winning the 400 at conferences or showing up in the big moments for the team. She competes with a level of focus and determination that pushes everyone around her to be better. But what makes her truly special is everything she does off the track. She's not just an athlete, she's the kind of person who somehow manages to excel in every area of her life. She's the president of the Italian club, she's deeply involved on campus, and on top of all of that, she has the highest GPA among all student athletes at Drew University. That's not something that just happens. It takes discipline, time management, and an incredible amount of dedication. Balancing a demanding sport like track and field while maintaining perfect grades is already impressive, but doing it while still being present for your team and your community says everything about her character. She's constantly supporting her teammates, encouraging everyone on the line, and making the team feel stronger as a whole. She doesn't just want to succeed herself, she wants everyone around her to succeed too. She truly embodies everything this award stands for: excellence in athletics, academics, and leadership. I feel so lucky to have shared so many memories with her, and even luckier to call her not my teammate, but my best friend. It's my honor to introduce the winner of the Sherman Plato Young Scholar Award, Emily Camlett.
Presenting the male Sherman Plato Young Scholar is Dan Arcari from the men's tennis team.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here and speak about someone who truly represents what it means to be a student athlete at Drew. I'm not going to stand here tonight and say this is a surprise, because anyone who knows you knows that this was earned. Everyone in this room understands how demanding it is to balance academics and athletics. Every athlete here puts in the work, trying to succeed in both, but tonight, only a few people have the honor of holding this award, and honestly, you deserve it. As a student, what stands out about you isn't just the GPA, although that speaks for itself. It's the way you approach everything. There's a standard you hold yourself to, and you meet it even when things get difficult. That kind of consistency is rare, and it's earned. I've seen that firsthand: the late nights, the pressure of exams, the challenge of managing a full schedule, and through all of it, you stay composed and handle things the right way. And you didn't just handle it for yourself. You were someone I could rely on during those same moments. When things got difficult, I knew I could reach out to you, and you always showed up. This says a lot about your character and why you'll be standing here tonight. And while this award isn't only about athletics, you would be wrong not to acknowledge that you've carried yourself there as well. You're someone who has improved over time, not because it came easy or because it was natural, but because you put the work in. You showed up every day with the right mentality, and that's just something you respect. At the end of the day, this award represents more than just the academic success. It represents discipline, character, and the ability to handle responsibility the right way. And I think it's captured very well in something I came across recently that says, "What a privilege to be tired from the work you once begged the universe for. What a privilege to feel overwhelmed by the growth you used to dream about. What a privilege to be challenged by a life you created on purpose. And what a privilege to outgrow things you used to settle for." That's the standard you set here at Drew, and it's the same one that's going to make you an incredible doctor. This is Walt Iron Man. I wish you all the best moving forward. I have no doubt you continue to succeed. I'm proud to call you my teammate, and more than that, my friend. So without further ado, it's my honor to announce the winner of the Sherman Plateau Young Scholar Award, Devon Sutaria.
Now we would like to invite Associate Athletic Director Nick Kozak back to the stage to present this year's class into the Chi Alpha Sigma Honor Society.
The National College Athlete Honor Society was founded at DePaul University in Greencastle, Indiana, on May 17, 1996, as a student-athlete honor society for the recognition of high academic achievers and sports participants at the collegiate level. The society is an organization of college student-athletes with high academic achievement, exemplary character, and positive attitude who have earned a letter in their respective sports. Some of the criteria for this honor include must attend a four-year college or university, must have participated in a varsity intercollegiate sport sponsored by the institution, must have achieved at least a junior academic standing, or must have achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.5, and must be of good moral character. Congrats to all of our 2026 Chi Alpha Sigma inductees, and if they can please stand to be recognized. You guys will be receiving certificates following the end of the ceremony, so please hang around after to get your certificate. Thank you.
First, congrats to everyone. I'm glad we're putting the student and student athletes. Well done. Okay, so the Honorary Ranger Award honors an individual for their dedication and spirit to student athletes, the athletic department, and Drew as a whole. This year's award winner will be presented by Jake Cornelius and Finn Krause.
Good evening, everyone. It is our honor and privilege to present the Honorary Ranger Award, which recognizes a person whose contributions, devotion, and spirit embody the very best of Drew athletics and what it means to be a Ranger. This year's recipient may not appear on any roster or in a box score, but make no mistake, his impact is felt across our entire program, teams, every practice, and every corner of our athletic department. From the very first day he walked into the training room, Quinn quickly understood what it meant to embody the Drew athletic spirit. I've generally never met someone who cared for Drew athletics as much as he does. Quinn brings an energy that is impossible to ignore and even harder to match. Whether he's in the athletic training room, greeting you with an infectious smile, asking you to sign in, usually better than C-Rad does, or asking how to join a Drew athletics team, he shows a level of commitment and excitement that defines what it means to be a Drew Ranger.
If you were ever lucky enough to have Quinn come to your practice, you know he doesn't just watch, he wants to compete. I still remember the day he stepped into a drill with our lacrosse team and challenged Cole to a one-on-one. And Quinn, he managed to break ankles, and scored a goal. I've never quite felt the feeling of winning a national title, but on that day, you would have thought Drew lacrosse just did that. You know, won a national title, it's mid-practice, and we're all throwing gear and dancing with Quinn. And it's like the craziest thing ever. Quinn also has a way of making every person feel like they matter. Whether he's showing everyone his signature dance of the day or checking in on athletes as they come through the training room, he builds connections that go far beyond sports, reminding everyone that they are always supported. The Honorary Ranger is about more than participation. It's about heart, spirit, and the ability to lift up those around you. Quinn embodies all that and more. Quinn, Drew Athletics is better because of you. We are lucky to have you as part of our community. Please join us in congratulating this year's Honorary Ranger Award recipient, Quinn Phillips.
Every great award show has a moment where you take a step back and reflect on what makes the athletes truly special. At Drew, that answer just isn't about wins and records. It's the shared experiences that somehow connect every team in this room. After extensive research, meaning one bus ride to Catholic, a few commons dinners, and an extreme amount of time avoiding homework, we have found the answer. So we put together something that felt only right for the Drespys, our official top 10 signs you're a Drew athlete.
Welcome back, Drew Athletics. For decades, scientists have studied elite athletes, their training habits, nutrition, and performance routines. But tonight, we are examining something even more complex.
And this is top 10 signs you're a Drew athlete.
Let's go.
Number 1, your entire closet is made up of Drew Athletics gear.
Number 2, your parka is your lifeline. It serves as a blanket, a pillow, a jacket, all of the above. Dylan, it's your turn.
Number 3, your team has been victimized on Yik Yak. We're not going to say any names. Aubrey, this way.
Number 4, you've checked game day weather more times than you've checked your grades.
Number 5, you have a bus horror story. Too soon. Number 6,
Your professors have personal beef with your team due to game day absences. Number 7,
the most dreaded words, commons, box, lunches.
Number 8, 2 words you never want to hear your coach say, campus loop.
Light work.
Cut the cameras. That was so fresh. Dylan, go ahead.
Number 9, C-Rye has banned you to the communal boot.
And number 10, having the best 2026 Drespy hosts.
Let's go.
Woo! Yeah! Yes! Woo!
would like to give a special shout out to our director, videographer, and biggest supporter. Let's give it up for Katie. Now, bring out the parkas and gloves, because it's time to highlight our winter sports. We're starting off with men's basketball, finishing with a 19-7 record with the new head coach and making the conference semifinals. Women's basketball qualifying for the conference playoffs. Men and women's swimming placing third at conferences and setting records along the way, as usual. And both fencing teams have athletes competing in the NCAA regional championships. Let's take a look at some of their highlights.
Like I never left. Another sprint, another step, another day, another breath. Been chasing dreams, but I never slept. I got a new attitude and a lease on life is a piece of mind. Seeking to find and sleep when I die. Want a piece of the pie, got the keys to the ride and shit. I'm straight. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Get on my way. I'm running late. What can I say? I heard you died twice. Once when they bury you in the grave. And the second time is the last time that somebody mentions your name. So when I leave here on this earth, did I take more than I gave? Did I look out for the people, or did I do it all for fame? Legend is Exodus, searching for euphoria. Trudging through the mud to find the present, no ignoring. I got 20,000 deep up in the street like we some warriors. My mama told me never bow your head.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, it's who I am. I made it through the darkest night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious. I feel glorious, glorious.
I'm feeling glorious. The crib looking victorious. You know that we've been going it since we hopped out that DeLorean. On guard, these are just things. They don't make you who you are. Can't pack up for you haul and take it with you when you're gone. We posted on the porch, my family's glasses to the stars. My grandma smiling down on me like that boy got bars. Okay, okay, yes I do. I said amen and hallelujah. Let me testify to another morning. I'm on it, won't let self get in my way. I got my breath, I got my faith, and I remember why I came.
Feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again.
Now, if we can please have our winter head coaches come up to the podium to present their MVP awards.
So this is my 11th Drespy, and every time I ride home, I always say, geez, I forgot the most important thing, and that is, I really want to thank, and I'm sure all the coaches do, we want to thank our athletic director, Krista Racine, who does a tremendous job, and she supports us and makes our life easy. So how about our athletic director, Krista Racine? So, our most valuable player this year was a senior captain, and she led us in a lot of categories. One of the things that she led us in was three-point shooting. She had the most threes. She made 40 threes on the season, and she had a percentage of 36%. If that doesn't wow all of you, let me give you a little something that might. Tonight, the Knicks are playing against the 76ers. There's a total of 32 players. This player for us had a higher percentage than 24 of those 32 players, and only 8 had as much as well as she did or higher. So obviously, I'm not saying she can play in the NBA, but I am saying that what an outstanding percentage that she had of having 36%. I'm very proud of her for that. She also led us in free throw shooting percentage. which was 78%, which put her in the top 5 of the conference. She had a tremendous assist to turnover ratio. If you can get a 1-to-1 ratio, you're a pretty darn good ball handler. And she had 77 assists to 43 turnovers, which is almost 2-to-1, which is just outstanding. She also had 28 steals for us. I have to tell you, the last game that she played in her career, I've got to give her a little bit of an apology, but just a little one. So we're playing Elizabethtown, and we don't ever seem to play well there, especially in the first half. So in the first half, she goes absolutely crazy, and mid-second quarter, she starts looking over at the bench, and my assistant, Coach Elwood, says, she's got her hands up in the air. I think we need to take her out. And I said, are you out of your mind? She just made 3 threes, okay? We're winning by 6. There's no way she's going to take it the whole way through. No break for her whatsoever. So about 30 seconds later, the official that was on the sideline comes over and says, Coach, one of your players is trying to get your attention. And I'm thinking to myself, this is trouble. He might make us call a timeout. So I leaned over and said, hey, by the way, I hated your last call. So that got him off of that, and we kept her out there the entire first half. We had a nice lead. She had 17 points in the first half, which was really, really outstanding. But I think not only was she a great player for us this year with the stats that I just told you about, she's been a great captain for 2 years. We're really going to miss her. Our MVP is Maddie Byer. Thank you.
Okay, what can I say that hasn't already been said? Three-time Landmark Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-Landmark, second team All-Met. These awards are all great accomplishments and extremely well-deserved. However, I don't believe they truly recognize the impact you've had on the program this season and throughout your career. You're just flat out a winner. Other coaches familiar with the program have gone as far as saying you could potentially be the most important recruit Drew men's basketball has ever gotten. I know I've only been lucky enough to coach you for a year, but I believe that statement to be true. Your care level, your competition level, and your talent, you are so well deserving all the awards you have won, and I know there are so many other great achievements that still lie ahead of you. David Musial, I'm proud to present you with the 25-26 Drew men's basketball team MVP award.
Evening. Our women's fencing MVP started the year being named the U.S. Fencing Coaches Association's Foil Newcomer of the Year, and she, lived up to that the entire season. First, she's made it into the top 32 of the prestigious Nikki Frank Classic at Temple. During the regular season, she had a record of 76-30, win-loss rate of 71%, makes her the winningest female fencer since the last 2 seasons. She swept the foil programs of 12 different schools during the season and has had the highest season performance index of any but 2 other fencers on the team. She had the most wins on the day of any women's foilist during the Eastern Women's Fencing Conference, going 21-3, and placed in the top 8 for the individual round of the NIWFAs, one of our other conferences. For 2 years in a row, she made the NCAA regionals, and as far as her personality, she was never satisfied. She always wanted to work. Anytime you tried to give her some praise, she would just give you a look and said, no, that wasn't as good as she could do. It has been a very satisfying to see her grow to be part of the women's team. Our women's MVP is Feliz Erdogan. As for our men's fencing MVP, he's been the foil captain for the past 2 seasons and has been instrumental in the success of the squad and the team overall since he's been one of those captains. He also made it into the top 32 of the Nikki Frank Classic, but his real day of days for me was our 2-day Drew Fencing Invitational. He had a record of 28-2, which just made him untouchable on that weekend and pretty much set him up for the entire season. Because he did so well very early in the season with that weekend, we could sit him down a lot more, and he never complained. He gave other people on the squad opportunities to showcase themselves throughout the season, which is what you'd want of any one of your captains, any one of your leaders on your team. He had a regular season record of 55-16, win rate of 77%. He swept the foil programs of 14 different schools during the season and had the second highest SPI on the team of 88. Placed third in the individual round of MACVA Conference Championships, which is the team's best showing since he got third in the same conference championships in 2023. He qualified all 4 years for NCAA regionals and has just been a class act since he walked through the doors. I don't think I ever had a crossword or a less than positive attitude from this fencer, and combine that all with some of the most aesthetically pleasing fencing I've ever seen from this gentleman. He has gorgeous technique, and he's a gorgeous human being. Henry Degremont.
Tonight I have the honor of recognizing someone whose impact goes far beyond her accomplishments in the pool. Our women's MVP this season brought the intensity, consistency, and true leadership to the program. Whether it was at practice or in competition, she showed up with a smile on her face and a genuine willingness to support her teammates. While her success in the pool has been outstanding, it's the energy, the positivity, and the commitment she brings to the team and the program every day that I think sets her apart. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming the Rangers 2026 Swimming and Diving MVP, Kira Gorman. This year for the men, we had 2 MVPs, both of them seniors who have left their lasting impact on our program. The first young man led with a selfless mindset, always putting Ranger Nation first. He helped define the tight-knit culture that we are so proud of today. And you could always hear him leading a cheer, often with a hoarse voice afterwards. He would still be cheering for all his teammates. The second individual made it his mission to ensure our relays set the standard. Over the past 3 years, we have not lost a relay at the Landmark Conference Championship. We've broken every single school record, and we've set all the conference records within those relays. I'm incredibly grateful for both of them, and you guys will definitely be missed, and it's an honor to recognize both of them tonight. Please join me in welcoming the men's MVPs, Brendan Burkett and Ricky Kilchowski.
Women's indoor track and field. This track standout has now earned 9 all-region awards in indoor and outdoor track and field throughout her career. This past indoor season, she lowered her own school record and landmark conference record in the 400 meter, and she also broke the conference record and dropped her own Drew record in the 200. She won the landmark conference title in the 400 and finished the season ranked number 11 on the final Division III performance list. And the event, and while qualifying for the NCAA Division III Indoor Championships for the second year in a row. She went on to place 17th at the NCAAs in the 400 in Alabama and is in constant pursuit of excellence. This student athlete is a Ranger. This year's Drew University Women's Indoor Track and Field MVP Award goes to senior captain Emily Camlin. On the men's side for indoor, this field athlete is consistently one of the best landmark conference and NCAA Division III Metro Region throwers. He can throw anything: shot, disc, jab, hammer, the weight. Sometimes he throws his food. This student athlete just throws things really far. In addition, he also earned numerous Landmark Conference XC Athlete of the Week awards. He's a Landmark Fall Academic Honor Roll Award as well, first and second, and honorable mention, all Landmark Conference Awards in the throws. For the second time in his career, he has earned the spot on the United States Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association Division III All Metro Region Men's Track and Field Team. He was honored for this performance, in the weight throw during the indoor season this past winter, and he also captured the all-region recognition in the discus last spring. This year's Drew University Men's Indoor Track and Field MVP Award goes to Captain Zach Mogambi.
The Larry Horner Athletic Leadership Award is presented in honor of Larry Horner, class of 1940. While at Drew, Larry was a member of the men's basketball and baseball teams, but what is he most remembered for is his love for Drew and Drew athletics. He made a point or two to get to know our athletes and often share a story with them about how things were in his days as a Drew athlete. This award is given in his honor to one male and one female athlete who demonstrate the qualities that Larry felt should define a Drew athlete. These qualities include leadership, support of Drew athletics beyond his or her individual teams, a commitment to the promotion and display of the values of sportsmanship, and the role that the individual plays in determining the success of their respective team and teammates. Presenting our female award winner is Marissa Guajardo from women's volleyball.
Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Marissa Guajardo. I'm a 4-year middle blocker on the Drew women's volleyball team, and I'm here to announce the female recipient for this year's Larry Horner Athletic Leadership Award. I'd like to first give a shout out to Aubrey and Dylan for being lovely hosts, and to Krista Racine and my coach Amanda Rockwell for letting me speak today. So obviously, for context, this award is judged on the leadership role, athletic impact, Drew athletic support, and sportsmanship. So in summary, it describes the ideal player any coach, staff, or teammate would ever want on their team. In the 4 years I've been here, I've watched the recipient grow into each of these roles individually. Regardless of the season or group,
She has flourished into the unique player she is today, but it wasn't by any luck. It was by opportunity, grit, and commitment. Despite our numbers and our growing team, Drew Volleyball was a relatively new program when we first started here. Our 2026 class was the only second officially recruited group. We were a young team, but we had to adjust quickly to the speed of the game and to college life. We had an exciting freshman season that came and went, but by the spring of 2023, we found ourselves in a predicament. Some of our more experienced key players were stepping down or transferring. Usually, when we face this type of adversity, things start to feel a bit shaky. It's hard to know how the team will look come August, or if all the pieces will fall into place. But as times such as these, I think that leaning into those who are grounded can really ease that anxiety, motivate you to find your footing, and lead to team success. So very quickly, it became clear that these key pieces that I mentioned never really left. They were within our team all along. Even when our team shrunk in numbers, her presence grew. She set the standard for how we approached practices and games, and always came prepared. As she grew into an upperclassman, her discipline and organization did not go unnoticed, and she gradually became the voice of reason and the answer to those who had questions. Unfortunately, this past October rolled around and she would play her last college game before the season was over. I was next to her on the court when she went down with an ankle fracture, cutting off the rest of her senior campaign. If we had another year, maybe I'd be up here giving her the comeback award. But for now, we're still here. She still got the rods and screws in her ankle, and no one can forget when she was hobbling around campus on that peg leg. But despite the setback, her commitment to the team grew stronger. I'd argue I'd never gotten so many "how's the team" texts as she went to her doctor's appointments, referrals, and eventual surgery. Despite the physical injury, there was never an off button to the way she supported us throughout the rest of our season. I remember she got surgery 2 days before our senior night and really advocated to the coaches to let her stand and serve the volleyball one more time. She wasn't able to. In her 4 years here, she has helped our young program clinch its first ever postseason appearance. She's a 3-time CSC Academic All-District, 3-time Landmark Honor Roll. She's a Landmark All-Conference or Landmark All-Sportsmanship Team honoree and was voted our team captain this year. She's developed into our go-to player and our 6th rotation outside that only rested during timeouts. And every season she's played, she's statistically improved. And she will leave Drew as one of our most decorated and well-balanced players. In over 100 career matches, she will have had 700 digs and 500 kills. And when you get a player that's as versatile as this, it's hard not to feel inspired, motivated, and want to better yourself. And this is what sets her apart. In her time at Drew, she's worn many hats. She's been a libero, an outside, defensive specialist, and even a setter. Thankfully, not a middle, or else I would be in trouble. But regardless of that, 3 years ago, the team needed her to step up, and she stepped into that role, and to this day, I've not yet seen her fail. Each hat she wore, she mastered quickly, and uplifting the team in any way she could. But the one hat she never took off was being the glue of this team and this program. Myself, along with the other seniors, have been witness to this trajectory of her career and how it's flourished. She's the type of player that any person and coach would want on their team and on their side of the court. This award encapsulates the ideal student athlete, one composed of reliability, IQ, and athleticism, but it's also of compassion, support, and leadership. Her time amongst Drew athletics staff, her relationship she's built, and her lasting impact on the Drew volleyball program makes her a perfect fit for this award. Please join me in congratulating Emily Shirk on being this year's Larry Horner Female Athlete Award.
Now, presenting this year's male award winner is Jason Barbosa from the men's volleyball team.
Okay, it is my honor to present the Larry Horner Award to a great friend of mine. I've only known him for a little over 2 years now, but it feels like I've known him my whole life. He's been an amazing friend, teammate, and leader to myself and the men's volleyball team, and because of him, these past 2 years of my college experience have been the best years. He hasn't just been a good friend to laugh, have fun, and play volleyball with. He's also shown me how to grow as a leader and a teammate. He always has this confidence about him that makes me trust him with anything, whether it's on the court or a small task like telling the team what time practice is, helping someone at practice, or something bigger like encouraging us at an important game. He does it all. I'm happy to have been teammates, co-captains, and roommates with him for the past 2 years, and I'm going to miss him and his team once I graduate. The only thing that might be better than his ability to lead is his mustache. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Eric Faget.
The Breakthrough Team of the Year Award is about progress and perseverance. We would like to call up our athletic director, Krista Racine, to announce this year's winners.
Thank you. This year's women's breakthrough team placed 5th at the Landmark Conference Indoor Championships, marking the team's top finish at a conference championship in its first 3 years as a varsity program. Finished the indoor season ranked 9th in the metro region, finishing ahead of established programs from schools such as DeSales, Stevens, Swarthmore, and Muhlenberg. During the outdoor season, the team won the Battle of Madison Avenue twice, defeating both local and regional teams. And yesterday, the team earned its first Conference Player of the Year award when Emily Camlett was named the Landmark Conference Track Athlete of the Year. This year's female breakthrough team, women's track and field. Please stand. If the members of the team can please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Coach has got the hardware. The Men's Breakthrough Team of the Year tied the team record with 14 victories in its 4th year of competition while taking on a highly challenging schedule that featured 8 nationally ranked opponents. They earned the program's first ever victory over a nationally ranked team when it defeated 18th ranked Kane 3-1. Won a set against Stevens, which was ranked number 3 nationally at the time, and earned its first ever Conference Player of the Week when setter Quinn Donahue was named the CVC Player of the Week at the end of the season. As an aside, next year this team will be competing in the Landmark Conference in its inaugural men's varsity volleyball season. This year's breakthrough team, Drew Men's Volleyball. Please stand and be recognized.
The Role Player Award goes to an athlete who understands, accepts, and excels at the role given to them by the coaching staff. Allie Porbansky from the softball team will present this year's Female Athlete winner.
This year's Rolemaker Award recipient is one of the hardest workers I know. This season alone, she has played a total of 4 different positions, from pitcher, third base, first base, and the DP, which in college softball is almost unheard of. Throughout adjusting to moving from the pitcher's mound to the corners of the infield, all the way over to the batter's box, she approached every new challenge with excitement. What stands out the most about her isn't just her versatility, but her mindset. No matter what her role is each day, she never complained, never hesitated, and always gave her all. She focused on what the team needed and how she could contribute at any moment. Every time she had to embrace a new role, she committed to it fully by putting in extra work, asking questions, and adapting as quickly as she could. Even after being tasked with so many different roles at once, she was always still there to be the reliable, supportive, and consistent teammate that was always ready whenever her name was in the lineup, and she still managed to help me keep my head on straight. Her willingness to embrace so many different roles and grow as a player is exactly what this award represents. With that, I am beyond proud to present this year's Role Maker Award to my best friend, Caitlin Streets.
Please welcome Reed Owen to the stage to present the Male Role Player of the Year.
A role player in basketball can be many things. A great shooter, a lockdown defender, an amazing passer, a great rebounder, or just a great teammate. It is not often a team is blessed with someone who can do all those things, and especially someone who is selfless enough to turn down his shots for the hot hand on any given night. The basketball team could not have had a top 20 offense in the country without this guy. Whether it's movie nights, Saturday night chilies, wiffle ball, or not going to the circle to make a fire. This guy's always down to get together. It is not often a team is lucky enough to have a glue guy like ours. And since the Landmark cheated him out of a depoy this year, I am honored to present the Male Role Player of the Year to the Ratcliffe Stopper, our very own number 23, Kevin Cronin.
This next award will be presented by Coach Jack, the only strength coach who motivates through both encouragement and the occasional airborne object. Nothing builds team chemistry like dodging equipment at lift. Jack, please come to the stage to present the Ranger Strong team and individual awards. We ask you to please refrain from throwing them at the recipients.
So for my first award, the Female Strength and Conditioning Athlete of the Year, I wanted to pick someone who represents what strength and conditioning is, both in terms of being strong, but as well as hardworking, dedicated, and understanding that sometimes you have to trust the process, even if that means coming in and putting in a little extra work on the side. Even though I think she plans on becoming a CrossFitter after she finishes her softball career here, Olivia Maglicona, you are the Female Strength and Conditioning Athlete of the Year. men's award this year, I went with someone who spent a lot of the fall dealing with a little adversity. After breaking his hand, was in a cast, and while most athletes in that situation would have just resigned themselves to, sitting on the leg press, hanging out, maybe doing some one-arm curls, he wasn't happy with that. So he decided he was going to Zercher squat, which, for those of you who don't know, that's putting the bar in your elbows and holding it there. When you get to 275, 300, that doesn't feel very fun. But he did it week in, week out for a lot of the fall, and kept pushing his teammates at the same time. So for that reason, Theo Kruger. All right, and for the final award I am going to be presenting today is the team award. So this team, across the board from day one, has worked as hard as they could in every single thing they do. They've made everything a competition to the point that sometimes they are diving on the gym floor during a conditioning drill back in the fall. Men's basketball, you've worked incredibly hard throughout the year I've known you guys, so for that reason, you guys are my team of the year. There we go.
This year has been nothing short of extraordinary, with our Drew Rangers reaching remarkable milestones and breaking records across the board. Here's a look at their impressive achievements.
was a historic year for Drew Athletics. There have been so many exciting new additions to the record books, so congratulations to everyone.
Before we roll to this next slideshow, I want you guys to think about something. Every early morning practice, every long bus ride, every tough lift and grueling workout, our coaches have been through it too. They've woken up before the sun, been sore for days, and probably complained about conditioning as much as we do. Well, maybe not as much as us, but they would still complain. So tonight, we get to see proof that our coaches weren't always just holding clipboards, blowing whistles, or yelling at us. Shout out Coach Robinson. They were once athletes putting in the same work we put in every day, if you can imagine that. Let's take a look at our coaches in their college days.
Now it's time to celebrate our spring athletes. Women's lacrosse, doubling their wins from last season and securing a spot in the conference tournament. Men's lacrosse, competing in the conference playoffs and several players reaching career milestones. Men's golf, winning back-to-back conference championships and advancing into the national tournament. Men's and women's tennis making it to the landmark semifinals. Baseball having key victories, solidifying the 5th seed heading into playoffs. Softball making their mark on the conference, holding the 3rd seed going into playoffs. Track and field once again breaking their own record during their 3rd season as a sport. And men's volleyball improving their wins, including a first ever win over nationally ranked Kane.
Now we will have the spring sports present their MVPs. At this time, can we please have our coaches come to the podium?
All right, before I announce the one player receiving the MVP award, I can announce that exactly 41 of our players responded to a GroupMe poll that was posted during this event. So shame on you for having your phones out and choosing tomorrow's dinner. Our MVP leads the team in batting average, one of only 2 players in the conference to be batting over 400. Leads the team in runs scored, second in the conference. Leads the team and is second in the conference in hits. Leads the team in on-base percentage. He's a plus defender in the outfield, an intelligent player with a high baseball IQ. For the 3rd year in a row, our MVP goes to our leadoff hitter. This year, it is sophomore Frank Master.
Good evening. I'll be announcing the women's golf MVP. This person has been one of the most dependable and consistent parts of our program over her entire career here. In her 4 years, she never missed a tournament, and that kind of reliability is incredibly rare and valuable for a team. She's a 4-time first-team all-conference award winner. This spring, she continued to perform at a very high level. She averaged about 6 strokes over par. Her average tournament finish was inside the top 3 as an individual, and she picked up 2 wins in 5 tournaments this spring. One of her standout performances came when she shot 75-72 to win one of the most competitive events we play in. Over her time here, she's also lowered her scoring average by more than 5 strokes, which really speaks to the work she's put in and the way she's developed year after year. But what really defines her is everything she brings off the course. She's a tremendous leader who takes younger players under her wing, helps elevate their games, and consistently pushes them to put in the extra work. I'm so proud and grateful for everything you've done for this program. Congratulations, Roxy Riles. Now I got my men's team MVP. This player has been the standard of our program all season and all 4 years he's been here. As a captain, he leads the way you hope your best player will through his actions, consistency, and the example he sets every day. Even at his level, he's the hardest worker and does everything it takes to achieve his goals. This spring, he averaged 2 strokes under par. Throughout this season, his average tournament finish was inside the top 4 as an individual. He also won 5 out of 10 tournaments. 50% win rate in golf throughout a year is absolutely unreal, especially considering the level of competition we go up against. He's ranked 38th out of thousands of players nationally, and he's currently a 3-time All-American. But what really separates him is who he is beyond the numbers. He just makes everybody else around him better, competes the right way, and represents this program at a high level in everything he does. I've seen a lot of great players throughout the years, but this guy is really just on another level. And next year, he's going to be taking that same approach to play professionally. Really proud of you and can't wait to see what you and the team do at Nationals this year. Congratulations, Elliot Parker.
Just a heads up, we're a spring sport. We came up in the high list for winner. We're a spring sport. Just a heads up. Hi, everyone. This year's MVP goes to one of the most outspoken players I have had the chance of coaching. One of the few players left from the inception of the program. His energy, smile, positivity towards everyone is infectious. There were many games he missed due to an injury, but it was noticeable not having him on the bench with us. I'm sure the opposing teams were happy about that. But clearly, his energy is always missed. From chirping at the other teams, yelling at the top of his lungs for his teammates, he is the embodiment of a great teammate. This season, he had the second best hitting percentage, 5th in aces, and total of 41 blocks. This year by far would have been his best year, but due to an unlucky injury halfway through the season, he was not able to come back. Even then, he was there for his teammates at all practices and most games. I can truly say that Drew men's volleyball would not be the same without him. This year's MVP is Baron Uzdan.
MVP is someone who has shown tremendous growth throughout her time here at Drew. She is the unsung hero of our team. Her dedication, grit, and love of the game make her the player that she is. She had hip surgery over the summer and spent countless hours rehabbing to get back on the field. She has become a leader on the field and someone that our pitching staff looks to lift them up and keep them focused. She has caught 35 out of 40 games for us and has thrown out a conference high of 9. At this point, the base runners have stopped running. It is an honor to announce our 2026 MVP, our catcher, Natalie Lorenzo.
Hi, everyone. I am going to do things a little bit differently. I would like to introduce our MVP this year and then talk about her. So the 2026 Drew Women's Lacrosse MVP is Miss Emily Monaco. Emily's impact on our program goes far beyond the stat sheet, but when you look at her accomplishments, they're nothing short of exceptional. This season, she was named First Team All-Conference. She earned Landmark Defensive Player of the Week honors and reached incredible career milestones with over 100 ground balls and 100 draw controls. She also led the conference in caused turnovers per game, a testament to her relentless effort, instincts, and toughness on the defensive end. As a two-time captain, Emily has been a cornerstone of this program. She has led not only with her play, but with her voice, her consistency, and her example every single day. In the biggest moments when we needed a stop, a spark, or a momentum-shifting play, Emily delivered time and time again. She has helped shape the culture of Drew Women's Lacrosse, setting the standard for what it means to compete, to lead, and to represent this program with pride. Emily embodies everything we value: grit, selflessness, leadership, and heart. And without further ado, I would like to present the MVP award to Miss Emily Monaco.
All right. So, thank you for your patience. Thanks for everything you guys are bringing to the table. A lot of good friends out there. I do want to just kind of start just quickly in terms of just committing to what you love. I greatly respect how many of you, it's not just the effort you're putting into your sport. You're also finding ways to get through college. You're finding ways to commit to what you're passionate about. You work in the laundry room, some of you work at our games, you work in other people's games, and I have tremendous respect and do want to thank you and applaud that. So thank you. And along those lines, yeah, give yourself a round. And just as it relates to our MVP, people commit in different ways. And we got a number of guys on our team who come from all over, frankly, the world to be here at Drew, compete in lacrosse, and I'm greatly thankful for that as a dynamic. And for the MVP this year, I have tremendous respect. He's a one-and-done guy, a rare dynamic at our level. He had one extra year of eligibility, looked around the country, different opportunities, chose to come here, and I am forever thankful. He's from the Netherlands, a country where lacrosse in many ways is emerging, and he loves, as it relates to the commitment piece, he loves lacrosse to the extent that he has spent his time in college competing in a country that has the sport he's passionate about. And in the process has elevated his game and is now going back to his country to teach and coach and lacrosse and to develop lacrosse at the national level. He plays at the national level in the Netherlands. I hope to, at some point, see him on the Olympic stage now that lacrosse is in the Olympics. And he has been a tremendous asset to us, and he's an incredible example of, in terms of how I started, commitment. So Joost, thank you for everything you do.
The 2026 Women's Tennis MVP is our senior captain. She did an excellent job stepping into captain role and also holding down the top of the singles and our doubles lineup. But why she's our MVP goes way beyond just on the court. You know, our team culture continues to be the founding success of our program, and your willingness, your unbelievable energy, your work ethic, and your leadership really helped us grow as a whole team. Your commitment to team bonding has also allowed everyone to feel like they have a role on the team, which I think really goes a long way in providing an experience for us athletes. I'd like you all to help me in congratulating Natalia Zamora, Women's Tennis MVP. Men's tennis MVP is also senior captain. This athlete is really the engine that makes this team grow. Your work ethic is about as high of any tennis athlete I've ever been around. And, you know, when your number one singles player is always coming in to work on his craft, it really sets the tone for the rest of the team, right? If the best guy on the team is always coming in to put in the extra work, there's no reason that everybody can't be doing the same thing. He had another outstanding season. First team all landmark singles, first team all landmark doubles with his partner Dan Akari, please welcome me in congratulating Jessie Farrow, men's tennis MVP.
Women's outdoor track and field. This student athlete won 2 gold medals just a little bit over 24 hours ago. Leading Drew University women's track and field team on the second and final day of the Landmark Conference Championships on Sunday at Juniata College. She broke the tape in both the 200-meter dash in a time of 23:32 and the 400 dash in a time of 56:67, becoming the first Ranger in team history to win multiple events at the Landmark Conference Championship. In addition, she became the first Landmark Conference Athlete of the Year in Drew women's track and field history, as we are in year 3. She finishes her Landmark Conference career, with 6 gold medals, winning the 400 meters 5 times, indoor 2024 through 2026, and then outdoor 2024 and 2026, and in the 200 meters once yesterday. This year's Drew University Women's Outdoor Track and Field MVP Award goes to senior captain Emily Camlett. For men's outdoor track and field, this student athlete won his 2nd consecutive Landmark Conference title in the discus and was honored as the Landmark Conference Field Athlete of the Year, leading the Rangers again on the second and final day of the Landmark Conference Championships held at Juniata College. He becomes the first Landmark Conference Athlete of the Year in the Drew's men in track and field history. Again, we're in year 3. He launched a throw of 47.81 meters or 156 feet, 10 inches in the disc, winning the event by nearly 6 feet over a runner-up from Moravian University. We're not going to talk about his name. All right. Mogambi also captured the silver in the shot put and the bronze in the hammer on Saturday while placing 14th in the jab. That's just domination in the throws. This year's Drew University men's outdoor track and field MVP goes to Captain Zach Mogambi.
The Comeback Story Award goes to athletes who have overcome an injury or hurdle this year and climbed a mountain to come back stronger than before. Presenting our first award is Ellis Murray from the women's swimming and diving team.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ellis Murray, and I have the privilege of swimming alongside one of the toughest and most dedicated athletes I know, Kira Gorman. But I'm not done yet, so don't come up. The word comeback gets thrown around a lot in sports. We use it for a big race or a close game with a last-minute win. However, tonight we're talking about a different kind of comeback. The kind that doesn't happen in front of a crowd or on a scoreboard, but rather in early mornings, long hours in the trainers with sea rye, and moments where quitting would honestly be the easier option. This past fall, Kira tore her meniscus and had to get surgery in November. That kind of injury is more than just physical. It's also frustrating, isolating, and mentally exhausting. Coming back from an injury like that is a whole new level of difficulty, in addition to the fact that the sport she was coming back to was swimming, the sport where we voluntarily wake up before the sun to stare at the bottom of the pool for hours. But if you know Kira, you know she doesn't do things halfway. She showed up every single day through rehab, doubt, and the slow and sometimes discouraging process of getting her strength back. Not for attention or recognition, but because she genuinely loves this sport and the people in it. Even when she was unable to be in the water, she was present at every practice and every meet on the side of the pool cheering us on. That's what makes this comeback so special. When championship season came along, Kira didn't just return, she dominated. At the Landmark Conference Championships, she won every single one of her events. If you were there, you know those wins weren't just about the times or medals. They were the result of months of unseen effort and belief in herself when it would have been easy not to. Kira, your comeback is a reminder to all of us what it really means to be an athlete, not just at your best, but also at your lowest and how you choose to respond to it. It's about passion, it's about perseverance, and it's about showing up even when it's hard. I couldn't be prouder to call you my teammate and my friend. It is my honor to present the Comeback Award to my fellow captain, Kira Gorman.
Presenting our second award winner is our women's tennis coach, Jeff Deal.
Madison, what you were able to overcome in the last 18 months is truly astonishing and truly motivating to the rest of us. I could not imagine tearing my ACL in my first ever college match, let alone it being my third torn ACL in about a 4 or 5 year stretch. Watching your rehab and how hard you worked to get back really was eye-opening. And the most impressive thing about it is you never complained once. You just showed up each and every day, did exactly what the trainer told you to do, and then some. It takes a very high level of discipline, a level of discipline that I don't think many people in this room, including myself, would have ever had. It was joyous watching you find yourself again on the court. Each match you played, you gained more confidence and looked more and more comfortable out there, which is a testament to how hard you worked. Please welcome me in congratulating Madison Williams on Comeback Player of the Year.
The Rookie of the Year award recognizes true freshmen who have completed their first year playing college sports. They have shown that they can compete at a high level while adjusting to this new environment. The Rookie of the Year is awarded to both a male and female athlete. The Female Rookie of the Year award winner will be presented by Beth Kelly from the field hockey team.
Good evening, everyone. I'm really grateful I get to be the one up here tonight because this award is going to someone who has made a lasting impact in a way that's fully hard to put into words. The Rookie of the Year award is meant to recognize a first-year athlete who doesn't just step onto a team, but immediately makes it better. It's given to someone who raises the standard from day one, who impacts the game with their performance, and just as importantly, impacts the people around them with who they are every single day. Bella, that's exactly who you are. From the outside, people see your talent. They see how composed you are, how you compete, and how naturally you play the game. and you've earned every bit of recognition that's come your way this season, including being named All Landmark Conference Second Team, being ranked #1 in the Landmark Conference for game-winning goals, and to top it off, being named Landmark Conference Rookie of the Year. But what stands out even more is everything that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. It's the way you show up for people, the way you stay steady no matter what the moment looks like, the way you care consistently without ever needing any recognition for it. And truthfully, you are one of the most humble people I've ever met. I keep thinking about this one moment from the fall when you were named Division III Offensive Player of the Week, and we were walking to class and people kept stopping you to congratulate you. And every single time, without hesitation, you just kept saying thanks, but my teammates make me look good, and I couldn't have done it without my team. Over and over again, because that's just who you are. No matter how much you accomplish, you never make it about yourself. You never look for credit. You just keep working, you keep showing up, and you keep putting the team first in a way that is so rare. That's what people remember. That's what builds a team. In a short amount of time, you've become someone we trust, someone we lean on, and someone who has shaped this team in ways that will last long after this season. As a captain, you always hope that underclassmen come in, buy into the culture, and care about the team as much as you do. You hope they'll raise the standard and continue building something special. Bella, you didn't just meet that expectation, you've exceeded it. You've made an impact that goes far beyond your freshman year, and you've helped shape what this team is and what it's going to become. And what's even more special is the way you carry yourself sets a standard without you ever having to say a word. You lead others just by being who you are. There are a lot of talented athletes in this room, but not everyone has that. And that's why this matters so much. Because this award isn't just about what you've done this year, it's about the kind of person you are and the kind of impact that you leave on the people around you. You've already done that in a way that it takes most people years to do. And even though you're younger, the way you handle yourself, the way you treat people, the way you show up every single day is something that people around you truly admire. I'm so proud of you and so excited for everything that's ahead of you. Because if this is just the beginning, there's no limit on who you're going to become. So with so much love, it is my absolute honor to present the Drew University Rookie of the Year Award to Bella Feeney.
Our male Rookie of the Year award will be presented by his teammate Ben Casuelo on the men's baseball team.
Oh, shit. Good evening, everyone. The Drew University Rookie of the Year Award is given to the athlete who has found a way to make an immediate impact on their team and has adjusted to the completely different world of college sports. Coach, this actually was an award I had my sights on during my freshman year. However, because I only got my first career hit halfway through my junior year, that would be tough. In all seriousness, it's an honor to speak about someone who has made an incredible impact during the season, and for them, they're just getting started. In just his first year, he's already established himself as one of the top players in the conference. He's currently leading the Landmark in home runs and has broken the school's single-season home run record, an accomplishment that reflects both his natural ability as well as his dedication to the game that he brings every single day. His intensity and competitiveness have played key roles in his early success. But it's his work ethic and his desire to always get better that will allow him to see even more success and break more records as his career progresses. I'm extremely proud to announce that this year's Drew University Male Athlete Rookie of the Year Award goes to Nick D'Onofrio.
The Vincent Masco Athlete of the Year awards are presented to both a male and female athlete who, regardless of class year, achieve the highest level of performance in their sport during their season. It also recognizes those who display the characteristics of commitment and team leadership. This year's female recipient will be presented by Roxy Riles on the women's golf team.
Good evening, everyone. As the Drew captain for the women's golf team, I am truly honored to present this year's Player of the Year award. Golf is a sport that can humble you. It doesn't matter how talented you are, the game will find your weakness and test your patience in a way most sports just simply don't. Every round is a battle, and not just against the course, but against yourself. What separates great players from everyone else isn't just raw skill, it's yourself. What's mental toughness and consistency, and how you respond when those things get tough is what defines a talented player. This year, she responded like a true champion, time and time again. She carried a scoring average of 76.57, placed in 9 of top 10 events, and claiming 5 victories, with the 5th one being the conference championship, where she not only took home the title, but was also named Conference Athlete of the Year, a recognition that truly speaks for itself. What makes her achievement even more impressive is the dedication behind them, the late nights, the relentless work, and the commitment to improve every single week. That doesn't go unnoticed, especially from where I stand as captain. This year, I am really honored to congratulate our 2026 Player of the Year award to Joey Wynn.
And this year's male recipient will be presented by Will Morton on the men's fencing team.
It's a long walk. All right, well, I'll keep this nice and short and to the point. I have only had the pleasure of knowing this person for a year and a half now. However, in that time, I have learned that there may be people on the fencing team who work as hard as this person does, but there is not a single person who works harder. In the time I've shared as his teammate, I have seen his unwavering passion and dedication literally every day. In practice, he is a constant source of inspiration and motivation, always pushing himself and encouraging others to do the same. In competition, he operates with supreme focus and a will to win, which I have never seen falter. This focus extends beyond the man himself. Even in the midst of meet day chaos, he makes an effort to support, coach, and cheer on all of his teammates. And all of this praise comes before I even mention the details of his actual performance this season. He concluded this season with a record of 60 wins and 15 losses, equating to a win rate of 80%, which was the highest on the team. These victories were earned against Division III, Division I, and Ivy League opponents. This season, he swept the squads of 13 different programs, including Stevens, Haverford, Brandeis, Cornell, Sacred Heart, Lafayette, and more. This excellent season was crowned by his performance at NCAA Regionals, where he reached the quarterfinals of the men's épée event, which is the best result of any Drew fencer since 2022. And seeing as he is only a sophomore, I know that this excellent season will greatly motivate him to continue elevating his performance next season and beyond. And I look forward to seeing the new heights he will reach going forward. It is my absolute pleasure to congratulate my friend, Lupo Sala.
Career Athlete of the Year award is presented to both a male and female senior student athlete in recognition of their career athletic achievements at Drew. These honors are presented to the individuals who display the highest sportsmanship, commitment, leadership, outstanding performance, breadth of participation, and achievement.
When we talk about having a career at Drew, she's definitely had one of these and will be remembered as one of the best in Drew track and field history. She happens to be one of my teammates and best friends, and I'll only mention some of her achievements because I know we don't want to be here all night. So coaches, I'm very sorry. She holds a conference record for the 400 with a time of 55.75. She holds a school record for the 200, 300, 400, and 800 individually, both indoor and outdoor, with the addition of the relays of the 4x1, 4x2, and 4x4. She is a two-time national championship qualifier, and she has made first team all-conference 4 times and counting. She has so far made NCAA all-metro regional honors 4 times for the 400 and 1 time each for the 100 and 200, also in counting. After yesterday, she is a 5-time conference champion in the 400 and a 1-time conference champion in the 200. And she just got named 2026 Landmark Conference Female Track Athlete of the Year as of yesterday. And most importantly, she loves the movie Cars. Ranking as one of the top sprinters nationally each year, the award statistics speak for themselves. But aside from that, she's an awesome teammate and even a better friend. She never fails to be a leader and always strives to be a mentor for her teammates. She really represents what a Drew athlete is and what we represent, and I'm so honored to call you my teammate, Emily. Without further ado, I am pleased to announce that the Female Career Athlete of the Year award goes to Emily Camlet.
Hi, everybody. First, let me just say what a tremendous honor it is to be recognized as having the best college career amongst all of our very, very talented athletes here. This was never an expectation, but rather a product of 3 years of sacrifice, grit, and dedication to an unforgiving sport. Really, I'm at a bit of a loss when it comes to explaining what this means to me. It's all a little overwhelming. For this department and these coaches and our peers to recognize where I came from and what I've had to endure to get to where I am now is just so incredible and not far off from a dream realized. It really makes me take stock of how far I've come and how much has changed, and I am so humbled. I'm standing here in front of you today because 3 years ago, I was more or less coerced into joining the club team by my closest friend and would-be teammate, Dylan Crane. The funny thing is, I never ran track before college, and I certainly never wanted to. My experience was little more than road running for a fitness test or sprinting 120s at Ranger Stadium when I was originally recruited here for soccer. That was until I fell in love with the process of getting better every day alongside some of the best people I've ever met. What started out as a way for me to hang out more with my friends turned into my greatest passion and my favorite commitment. Down the line, it led to a difficult decision to alter my original athletic path and focus solely on track. It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make, but I had to make peace with it. It ultimately catalyzed my most measurable growth as an athlete. And what's more, since this decision, I became one to recognize that change is really challenging and really, really painful at times, but it can lead to something absolutely amazing. The same athlete who didn't even have track spikes for her first race and had to borrow trainers from her assistant coach's wife became the same woman to compete at NCAA national championships twice, rewrite conference records, some that were almost a decade old, and watch a team build from the ground up. Such achievements and a shiny athletic resume came at the cost of many failures. In my career, I had to fail on so many stages, sometimes spectacularly so, just to get an increment closer to all of my goals. Before I found my first successes, I had to fail hundreds of times. I kept going because maybe the 101st time I'd finally win. I think that's why I've had my successful career, by taking every opportunity. I'm here because my coaches and my friends took a chance on me, which inspires me every day to keep taking those chances on myself. I wasn't supposed to be a track athlete, but I was encouraged to just try. Not every chance will lead to success, but every success comes from taking a chance. I owe everything to everyone who believes in me and supports me as if my goals are theirs. So thank you again for this amazing accolade. I hope to continue representing the best that our athletics have to offer and seeing where more opportunities will take us.
Next, during his time at Drew, he's built a career defined by consistency, excellence, and record-breaking performance. During his career, he has shattered multiple school records, including the lowest 18-hole and 36-hole scores in program history. In the 2023-24 season alone, he averaged an incredible 71.4, improving on his own school record while winning 5 tournaments. He captured both the Landmark Conference Championship and Landmark Conference Player of the Year back-to-back, all while becoming the first Drew men's golfer to compete individually at the NCAA Division III Championship. Ranked among the top golfers in Division III nationally, Elliott's success reflects not only elite talent, but dedication, leadership, and pride in representing not only Drew Golf, but Drew Athletics. Please join me in congratulating Elliott Parker tonight.
I guess I didn't really know I was supposed to make a speech, so I'll just speak from the heart. I guess reflecting on my career, I've certainly had individual success, but I think it's paled in comparison to the joy that I've had playing as part of this team and winning as part of this team. And so I suppose I just want to talk about that. And I love these guys. I've loved competing with them. And so I'm really looking forward to nationals. Thank you for the award.
Some seasons are memorable, others are legendary. This year's Team of the Year gave us a reason we'll never forget. Chris Racine will present this year's Team of the Year award.
Before I present our last award for the evening, I just want to quickly say 2 things. Number 1, congratulations to all of our award winners. It's been a spectacular year. It's been fantastic watching you all from the sidelines and cheering you on. So thanks for the entertainment, the thrills, and everything else that goes along with it. Also, we still have some teams competing. We have baseball heading out to Wilkes University tomorrow for playoffs, so let's make sure we tune into Flow Sports and catch them in action. We have women's softball playing on Friday against Catholic at Moravian, so make sure you tune in for their game. And then, as mentioned, the men's golf team will be heading to nationals this Saturday and competing down in Florida. So this year's Team of the Year, I have a lot of stats to read, and I don't think we're all going to be surprised at all. They captured their 2nd straight Landmark Conference title in dominant fashion, defeating runner-up Moravian by 25 strokes. They had all 5 of their starters earn a spot on the All-Landmark Conference team. Elliott Parker captured the individual title and was named the Landmark Conference Player of the Year, while head coach Lucas Artigliere and his staff were named the Coaching Staff of the Year. They are currently ranked 45th nationally and 5th in the region. They won 6 events throughout the season, with the primary team winning its last 3. They won the prestigious Camp Lejeune Intercollegiate this spring, defeating a number of top-ranked teams, including the number 10 team in the country, Oglethorpe. The team won the Landmark Conference Athlete of the Week 7 times, Elliott winning it 4 times alone. And from an individual perspective, Elliott is currently ranked 36th in Division III after winning 5 events and averaging as we all know, a 71 throughout the season, which is approximately what I shoot on my first 4 holes, but that's something else. I would like at this time for our men's golf team to stand and be recognized as our team of the year. I'd also like to thank our wonderful hosts. Let's give them a round of applause. I'm going to turn it over to them for closing remarks. Study well. Midnight breakfast is on Wednesday this year. Hope to see you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending the 2026 Drespy Award Ceremony. As we wrap up tonight, we want to take a moment to thank everyone who makes Drew Athletics what it is. To our coaches, trainers, and support staff, thank you for the guidance and patience you have given us on and off the field or court, in this case, the forum.
And to all the athletes here tonight, remember that one day the games will end, the practices will stop, and your uniform will be hung up. But the friendships, the lessons, and the pride of being a Drew athlete will stay with us long after we leave this campus. The wins matter, but it's the relationships, the memories, and the community we build together that truly lasts. Congratulations to all the award winners. We ask you to please come to the stage for group photo and to collect your box before leaving. Thank you, and go Rangers.
Any Chi Alpha Sigma nominees also come to the stage for your certificate.
Do you mind taking a picture of me and Dylan? Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Award winners, please stick around. Award winners, please stick around for photos. All award winners.